Mm. Oh. Oh my god. So skibidi. Skibidi toilet. Skibidi toilet. Welcome to the stream, folks. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Window. Welcome to the stream, Ringo. Who is yours? Who's a good streamer? Oh my god, I didn't see it's a friend. I didn't need a Santa friend. This is a great stream, Ringo. YouTube better not mute this shit. No. I'm furry sore. Oh. Oh. I don't know if anyone gonna watch this shit. Ain't nobody gonna watch this shit. Ain't nobody gonna watch it. Ain't nobody gonna watch this shit. Oh, it's a bad setup. We're supposed to go there. If you don't like my singing, then don't watch my stream. Yeah. Make it a little brighter. How do you catch these guys? My kind of PS5 fucking sucks. Maybe I'll get a better one. I don't know. My tablet is somehow better. I love Skibidi Toilet. 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 Hello. What happened to my tunes? I already watched Stranger Things 5. And it fucking sucked. I want my money back. Give me back my money. Oh. Y'all are gonna have to deal with the shitty Spotify ads. You're gonna have to deal with it. Triple deck, go down, triple deck. I fucking love animals and merging with all of them.
Spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
Vegas bets with STN Sports. With 19 convenient locations across Nevada, you're only
I remember this one. This one's annoying.
STN Sports, it's about convenience and top-tier service. And a lively local atmosphere. It's a
No, don't do that.
that makes you feel like you're at the game. And with more ways to bet, there are
I don't want to do sports gambling.
or in the comfort of your own home. So get signed up for the STN Sports app today.
I don't care if no one watches my streams, I'm still playing this shit. And my leg is getting tired. I think this setup's gonna work. Oh. Oh my god. How's that work for? Oh, I hope World War III don't start. need to master all these games. There's way too much glare on this screen. I can't. Oh. I love McDonald's, even though it's so expensive. I gotta get my phone out. Hack 2? Hack 2? Hack 2 was so funny. And they laughed my little push off. It's Scar. Where is he going? Where is blood going? Oh, I forgot to tweet about it. I gotta tweet about this shit. There's a I don't know. Oh. Alright. Ignore the graphical glitches, please. What the fuck? my streams. Ain't nobody watching my streams. Oh, there's the intro. Ain't nobody watching my streams. Oh. Oh, Hakatua for president. Where the hell is the circle?
scratch-made biscuits. You bow. If you know chicken biscuit bliss, you bow. The Carolina legends. So come get to know Bo in your area.
I don't want to be a VTuber.
You bow. Make your next move count with the College of CSN. It's not just about earning a degree. It's about making your next big move. With classes starting January 20th at CSN, now's the time to learn skills that work, train for careers that pay, make connections that count, and earn degrees that make a difference. Apply online at csn.edu/apply. Your power go to csn.edu/apply now.
What's that Daft Punk song that goes, huh? I don't care about your phones. I don't care about your phone. I don't care about your phone. Hawk 2 was for president. Mr. Beast for president. She drowning in the sea of diarrhea. You can smell it from all over North Korea. She drowning in the sea of diarrhea. Skibbity dop dop, yes, yes. Skibbity dop dop, neat, neat. Skibbity dop dop, yes. Skibbity dop dop, yes. Oh, I'm so skibbity. I'm so skibbity. I was skibbity before it was cool. Oh, I poop on. I poop. And I don't know why I got an iPhone. iPhones fucking suck. Not really. Oh, I love Steve Jobs. I love Tim Cook. I love Tim Cook. Open his cup. Oh, 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 Nelly, oh, Nelly, oh no, oh no, oh no. Maybe I should have my phone being in school. I don't know why if I could just suffer from it. There was that one dude I found kind of hot. Had long blonde hair. Yeah, it's all in the past now. I guess I could go to a bar or something. I don't know. I don't know, I just kind of felt depressed on my life till this year. Felt like I finally overcome it mostly. I think I finally overcame it this year. Just feel lighter.
This message may be shocking to many millennials. If you are one, you might want to sit down. Right now, loads of people are searching the following on Depop: low-rise jeans, halter top, lower tracksuit, puka shell
I don't know if I'm
necklace,
gonna use it.
disc belt. You likely placed these in the dark of your closet in 2040, never to be seen again. But if you can find it in yourself to dust them off,
I'm not a
people will give
millennial.
you money for them. Sell on Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet. For a snack. Snack wrap is back.
At Carrington College, we're ready to help you begin your next chapter. We've been helping students launch healthcare careers for over 55 years. Our hands-on programs in nursing, medical assisting, pharmacy technology, and more. Our experience with real world patients.
It's the circle of life. That was a question. Stupid. Can't find a circle of heart. Oh. I don't really talk to my mom. My parents. Oh. What the fuck? I don't really talk to my mom, or my parents, and my brother. It kind of feels like there's this a barrier with everyone. I like them. Oh. I don't really know why I can't connect people. I don't know. I just drowned in the pool and I was fine. Felt pretty relaxing, honestly. We gotta find a Justin Agua ball. Where the hell is the missing space? It just turns me on. Yeah, I told you it was here. Quick this.
Right now, when you walk into Burlington, you're walking into deals on top of deals during our
It's
winter
just
clearance event.
fly.
That's main character energy. Find tons of markdowns
What?
and 70% off other
That's
retailers'
not how you use that.
items. Because at Burlington, deals aren't the only thing turning heads. Save at our Oh Wow winter clearance event now. Seriously,
And I got a lot of
why
problems.
shop anywhere else? Styles and selection vary by location. I'm Kelsey.
I'm my soul
Country
so
singer,
long.
dog mom, and Pilates enthusiast. And my
Being
days start
happy.
with the Celsius energy drink. Clean energy, just how I like it. Then I'll head straight to Pilates to get in a good workout, find a breath, hold it. Then I gotta take my dog Dibs for a quick walk. I'll squeeze in a little important session to get some thoughts out. Then it's straight to my show venue. Quick
I
meet
don't
and
think
greet with
anyone
some
watches
bands,
this shit at
straight to
night.
glam. And to keep my energy up for
Oh,
full
during
days
night
and sold
hours
out
on
shows, it's
YouTube.
always gotta be Celsius. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or Celsius.com to learn more.
Whatever.
Rated E for everyone. Includes in-game purchases. Includes random items. EA Sports FC 26 is here. Play your way this holiday season. Experience powered by community feedback. Enjoy festive upgrades in Ultimate Team. Take on holiday themed challenges and manage your career, like navigating the busy Christmas period. Friends and clubs with new tournaments and live events. The club is yours. Give the gift of football with EA Sports.
Might be on the run. Might be. I'm so skibbity. I'm so skibbity. Maybe I should touch my brother. Maybe I should talk to my mama more, but I don't know what. Thinking about what would have happened if a bullet had missed Trump. Oh. I go to a Mario Kart event next week. Will be interesting. Scooby-Doo. I don't think there's any missed chests. Maybe in the other thing. Shit, I already talked about that. Oh. Anyone watching? No. Okay. Doobie doobie dooba doo. It should have been in the spelling. Yeah, spelling bees are dumb. I think I wasn't I? I think I lost pretty hard. I didn't study at all. Was I in the spelling bee? You could have danced up. Yeah, it could have been more fun at school. Instead of just being a shy kid. I think everyone thought I'd be a school shooter. We've done old concerts, dancing on stage. Oh well. Please don't invade Taiwan. Please, China. Don't invade China, please don't invade.
AI by MongoDB delivers industry-leading embedding and
Please don't
Build semantic
invade
search, RAG, and agentic AI with less
Taiwan.
complexity. Ship better AI faster.
Oh.
MongoDB.com/build.
Hey Benjamin, I've got a surprise for you.
What? You have a brother. $100 bill just like you.
Hey, I'm Ben.
Oh.
We just got him for joining America First Credit Union and opening a new checking account.
Man,
Oh, bro.
together at America.
For a limited time, new members get a $100 cash bonus when they open a checking account.
That's
Or
hurt.
$50 when they open a youth checking
I
account.
mean, it's normal.
Head to AmericaFirst.com and get your money
I don't think this is normal.
Eligibility, terms, and conditions apply.
Oh.
Issued by NCUA.
This one goes out to anyone looking to buy a car. CarMax has all
Oh, bro.
the options. You like options?
Oh, gee.
Big options guy. Sure, you'll buy a car once you've seen all your options.
Oh.
All 45,000 of them. You got some four-wheel drive.
Oh.
They're all options when you're an
Oh.
options guy. CarMax even has options for how you shop at home, online.
Oh, I don't want it.
Want to buy your way? Want to drive?
Oh.
CarMax.
Oh. That was over chance. Oh. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh. Oh, I can't stop burping. What are the about? Where is that? Oh. 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 I missed some chests and treasure. Oh. Oh. They fucking blend in. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. There we go. I got a baby. Dooba dooba doo. Dooby dooby doo. What's Berserk Charge? Do we not have Berserk Charge? I hope I don't. Prepare to get your ass whooped. You better prepare. Woo. How do I get up there? Woo. This boss is so big. Oh my god. Oh, I will never burp coming. Oh my god. Oh. I feel. Oh. The burps. I got the burps. Oh, Chutter Conroy in defeat. He's in defeat. This is the weirdest controversy ever. Fuck. Oh, this song is boring.
At Nevada, our team of financial professionals will
Oh, Spotify has so many ads.
and help you create plans to achieve
Oh,
because that's how banking should be. Learn more at otisbank.com. It matters who you bank.
oh, save me, Obama. Save me, Obama. Oh, oh, save me, Obama. Save me, Obama. Oh. 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 Save me, Obama. Save me, Obama. Oh. There we go, I did it. Oh.
Do you think your quest will ever be over?
Oh.
I don't know. As long as the Keyblade stays free.
Oh. Oh. This is the worst stream ever. Oh. Oh. Oh, I love Ruby. Why can't I stop burping? Oh. 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 Your sacrifice can change everything you want to me. I will cross the sorrow. I will fly for you. Woo.
Slash and free. Here's how it works. Choose 1 to 3 products, share your unique link with friends, and watch the price get slashed, all the way down to 0. That's right. Free items.
I don't know who fast food is trying to fool. All these expensive prices. Other quality just goes downhill. I don't know. I guess they're just trying to make as much money from obese, addicted people.
You like options? Big options guy. Or you'll buy a car once you see all your options. All 45,000 of them. Pickups, 4-wheel drives. They're all options when you're an options guy. CarMax even has options for an auto shop at home, online, or on the lot. Wanna buy your way? Wanna drive?
Oh.
Spotify Premium is what your
Anyone
ears
in the
deserve.
Discord
With
voice
millions of
chat?
songs and high-quality audio. Treat yourself to limitless music. Get 2 months for $6.50 now and cancel anytime.
Anyone in the
Tap
voice
banner to
chat?
learn more.
wants to watch my stream. I guess my dreams will be mean. Because clearly you don't take me serious. Can I join this Discord chat? Fuck. Whatever. Fuck all y'all. Fuck. Oh. 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 It's been an hour? Shoobity bop, shoobity bop, shoobity bop bop, shoobity bop, shoobity bop, shoobity bop bop. Let's play some Dan Hansel. Yeah. Oh, look, it's me. Look, it's me. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Oh. Just watch Dan from fuck this ad.
I'll show you. Like,
Fuck this ad. Okay, here we go.
Folks don't like it, but I do. So he said, okay. So now I'm like, well, maybe, let's see if we can get some more information. So I said,
Shoobity bop.
you said that Big Red sells hookers and blow and guns. And he was like, yep, that's basically it. And I said, well, I have always wanted to be a drug dealer. I've always wanted to be in the mafia. Do you think that maybe I could start working for him? And Big Red, he was like, oh, you don't want to work for Big Red. Trust me, he's gonna eat you alive, literally. And I was like, oh, he's fine. I had brothers growing up. I'm not talking about like brothers. Eddie, you have to take all this out. Eddie, take all this out. I had brothers growing up. I know what it's like, so I don't care about some man. He said, Taylor, you don't want to get involved in this because I'll be honest. The day that I got involved with this mafia bullshit was the worst day of my life. It ruined my life. And I was like, well, what do you mean? I mean, you make money, you have safety, you have belonging, you have a sense of belonging, a sense of family. He was like, we can't talk about this here. Let's go home to my place. Because they have microphones and cameras here, everywhere. They record everything. And not only that, but they have an AI that transcribes everything from the voice recordings.
And then they have the AI search to see if there's anything that Big Red would get mad about. And the AI gives him a summary sheet at the end of every day. So I was like, oh, damn. Okay. So, all right. So, Big Lebowski, we head back to his car. And I raise it and I go, we're going to Big Lebowski's car. He's taking me back to his place. Over. And Big Lebowski was like, what did you just, and I said, oh no, I was sneezing. Achoo! Achoo, we're going to Big Lebowski's car.
Achoo.
We're going to go back to his place.
Spit on that thing, Daniel. Spit on that thing.
Bless you. I said, thank you. I think I forgot to mention this, but I have, so I had put on, some of these guys, and basically what they rigged up was, it was actually pretty neat because my breasts were 2 rolls of cassette tape, magnetic tape. It was basically like a big tape recorder apparatus that I strapped to my chest, and the breasts would turn like this, and the magnetic tape would run through, and it would record everything. It was bulky, but it was okay. It was C cups, cassette cups. Sometimes I'm like, hey, this would be a funny joke, but I don't actually have the joke. I just have like the general tone of what the joke should be, or an idea of what the joke should be. So if you guys have any funny suggestions for what a joke could have been there, like C cups, something to do with this cup size, and also cassette tapes and recording things. I don't know, something. And then Eddie, we can go in with the
I'd like to see those cassettes. I don't know.
So
this cat seems so long.
Because in order to activate it, you have to press your thing. So I was like,
what's happening?
And he said, what's that sound? What mechanical thing did you just click in your chest? And I said, oh, this is just my, I do a lot of singing and dancing. I have to have what's it called? The Corvette. What's it called? Cabaret. Corsage. Croissant. What's it called?
Croissant.
Corset. So I have a special corset that I have to go like this, and it does the whole thing. And so I was just trying to explain it so that he'd be bored by what I was saying. He was like, yeah, all right. So I was like, oh, yeah. So I get in his car, and he has
Little Mermaid World.
Kind of a shitty car, to be honest. It's a Subaru
We did that
Outback,
shit.
but a very old one. It's it's purple. So I was like, man, what the hell is this car? And he was like, sorry, I've always loved Subarus. And I was like, I bet you do, you fucking.
Is he a lesbian?
And win millions of prizes with the AliExpress $1 challenge.
Is he a lesbian? Lesbo. Let's go,
hey, listen,
chat.
everybody got mad at me for saying it the last time, so I was like, fine. But I will say, every time that I have said it, I think it has been earned. And it's been it's been for, wham! I like to make it pack a punch. So anyway, we get in his Subaru Outback, and he starts driving me to where he lives. And I gotta tell you, I really don't like when other people are in control of me. So I like to always drive myself places. I like to always bring my car places because, I don't like to get picked up by people. I don't like to get, any of that because I really need to be in control of my own, getting out of the situation or getting into the situation. If my life and my plans are the whims of someone else who's just like, oh yeah, we can leave whenever, I'll pick you up and I'll bring you up. Like, no. So I get very anxious when that happens. So I start to say, how far away do you live? You know, is this gonna be? What are we talking here? He's like, oh no, it's fine. I just live right here, right up the road here in Barstow. And I was like, you don't need Barstow, all the way up there. It's like, oh yes, no, it's not too bad. You know, this time of night, it's you just get on the 15 and you know there's no traffic, so it's fine. And I was like, Barstow is in the middle of the fucking desert, nowhere. Why am I in the desert again? I'm an ostrich again. Everybody likes my ostrich sound in other people. So Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be doing this for like okay. So I'm like, Big Lebowski, I cannot go all the way to Barstow. Just let me out here. He said, no, come on, it's fine. I mean, you know, if I let you out here, the coyotes are going to get you. So I was like, God, no, I can't go all the way to Barstow. And I started having a panic attack, and I started crying. He's like, whoa. And I say, just, and then I remember that Mr. Freddy, what's his name, Fargo? What's the guy's name, the Mr. Frank? Yeah, Officer Frank. Gave me the happy ones, the pills. So I was like, oh, God. That's me taking the pills, by the way. So then I was like, oh, Barstow. And Big Lebowski was like, you good? And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, I'm good. I've never been better in my whole life than I am right now. Big Lebowski was like, so it's time, like I said, you know, when you're on these pills, time starts to move in strange ways. So time, I don't know how much time passed, but eventually we did get to his house in Barstow. It was a fucking shithole. It sucked ass. It was right next to the highway. So, and he was like, oh, my grandfather had this land before they built the interstate, and then they built the interstate, and they offered him a bunch of money to move, but he didn't want to move, so then they just built it right next to his house to spite him. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care about any of this. So then I realized I had to change, because the tape, you know, I think I just saw a guy in his car sip out of a flask while he was waiting to turn left. I don't want to rat him out, but...
What's a flash?
Wee-woo, wee-woo.
Wee-woo.
There's nothing worse than a fucking...
Call the popo. Call the popo on them, damn.
Sorry, I've been taking some Officer Frank's Happy Boys today, so I've been a little... So the annoying thing about using the magnetic tape, cassette tape for the breasts, is that you have to change the tape, because it's not like digital where you can just record forever and ever and ever. So I had a bunch of extra tapes in the purse that I had. That was like my supplies. So in my purse was a bunch of tapes, a gun, mace, an umbrella, which was just in case it rained, some chewing gum, I think that's it. So I was like,
so my girlfriend started her own cult empire a week ago, and she has only one member in her cult. Meanwhile, my cult
Your
has 20
girlfriend
plus
didn't
members
do
and
that.
make a lot of money.
You
Because
got
we
no
have
G.
people who pray and gain energy,
You got
separate stations for wood, rocks, and a special place for
You ain't
potion.
got no girlfriend.
shit, you know, because I can't just lift up my shirt and replace the tape while we're driving.
Ooh.
So I was like, let's just try to make sure sure that he doesn't say anything good until we get in the house and I can go back.
Oh, friends.
I'm talking about my inner monologue. I think it's because it's like Daniel Day-Lewis. You know, I don't know where does the character end and where does Dan begin. Don't know. So then, of course, right then, Big Lebowski says, so I started working for Big Red back a couple years ago, and I was like, hang on a minute. I need to make a phone call. So I go beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop on my phone and call Officer Frank. And Officer Frank picks up and is like, "What are you doing? Why are you calling me? You're gonna blow this whole thing." And I was like, "Hi there, Grandma. How y'all doing?" And Officer Frank goes, "Fucking hell, man. Did you have to call me specifically? Couldn't you have just opened the phone and pretended to call me?" And I was like, "How's Buster doing? How's Ding Dong? How's everything down on the farm?" And he was like, "What the fuck are you even saying? You are terrible. Not only are you terrible at accents, you're terrible at improvisational comedy, you're terrible at plot, you're terrible at world building, you're terrible at every single thing that you're trying to do." And I said, "Oh my gosh, well, tell me why, tell me,
That's cool.
I hope that I can have another glass of your ice
Yeah, put it here.
tea." My ass tea? I said, "Yeah, your grandma's famous ass tea." And Officer Frank was like, "What's ass tea?" And Big Lebowski also looked over and was like, "What's ass tea?" And I was like, "Oh, just some ass tea." And I said, "Okay, Grandma, I gotta go, bye-bye," because we started pulling into his house. And so Big Lebowski's like, "What's ass tea?" And I said, "Oh, I was just, I didn't want to blow the accent, but ass tea is how you would say it with that accent." So I was like, "Ass tea." And he was like, "No, I don't."
Man, look at this Keyblade, it's so cool.
And I said, "It's tea that's assed." He said, "Is that a southern thing or something?" And I said, "Yes, some people, definitely more in the South than out here in South." Fucking hell, Eddie. How many more of these do we have to do? Sorry. Stop. Hey, sorry, everybody had a little bit of a freak out there, but we're back. And everything's fine. So where were we in the story? I believe that I had just gotten off of my fake phone call with Officer Frank, and the Big Lebowski was driving me to his house. And we had the conversation about ass tea, which of course was actually iced tea, but I could not. Okay, we don't have to do a recap. We just saw it. Hey guys, sorry, had a little bit of a. Hey guys, sorry, had a little bit of a freak out there, but we're good now. We're back to normal. So we pulled into the Big Lebowski's house in Barstow. And then immediately I hear rah, 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 from the yard. And I was like, "Oh, do you have a dog?" And he was like, "No." And there was a dog just going like rah, 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 rah. I said, well, what's that there? And he said, "Your guess is as good as mine." So the dog was, climbing on the window like rah, 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 rah. And Big Lebowski said, "Hang on a minute, this happens all the time." So he opened the door real fast and went, "Thunk!" And the dog was like, and I got out of the car and I was like, "Oh my God, is that dog okay?" And I was like, or he was like, I don't know. And we went into the house. So it's like, damn, they really do things different out here in Barstow. And And for all the people who are like, I don't know, and the dog got up and ran away and was fine and happy and then went and had a big old steak dinner and cuddled with his mommy. Is that what you wanted to hear? Well, that's not the way the world works. But I'll make it up for your sake. We got into his house. And I was like, excuse me, I gotta use the bathroom. So I pulled my shirt up. And I quickly replaced the cassettes.
To whatnot to see how many Funko Pops I can buy with just $100.
How many Funko Pops?
Let me bid $8.
Gonna be buying 0 of them.
Okay, guys, we got our first.
Gonna go bankrupt
this
in a
one here
year.
is Bud Bundy. Let's go, Red.
We gotta go all of them. Okay, before they get
Come on, $4.
bankrupt.
Come on, $4. Nice. Let's go 5. I just bid again. Okay, let's go for this one here. I'm not even
Oh my God.
We got that $8.
Oh, fuck Funko Pop.
We got it. Hey,
Oh.
go. Boom. I got it for $12. $3 for this.
Oh my God.
Ooh, we'll go 5. 7 is not too shabby.
Oh.
I'll go 9. I'll take it for 9.
Oh.
I could bid 23 on this. We got it. There you go, guys. 10.
Shut the fuck up.
Pressed again. Went back out. Big Lebowski was in the kitchen. He was like, so do you want anything? Can I get you something? And I was like, all I want to know is your life story and how you came to work for Big Red. So how did you first meet Big Red? And he said, oh, I was, I used to, and then I said, excuse me, actually, can y'all make sure that when you answer the question, you speak loudly and clearly, and that you also rephrase what the question was at the beginning of your answer? And he was like, what do you mean? And I said, when I say, how did y'all meet Big Red? You would say, well, I met Big Red, blank, this way, and he was like, why? I said, I just like when people talk like that. So he said, okay, well, I met Big Red when I first moved to, I'm slipping into the accent again. He said, I met Big Red when I first moved to Los Angeles. I was homeless at the time. My heart sunk, and I was like, you were homeless? And he was like, yeah, it was a really rough period of my life, I moved out here because I, just thought it would be a better opportunity for a better life. So I came out here and I was on the street, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I used to hang out by the Steve Harvey Star. And I was like, oh, I did a video once at the Steve Harvey Star where I was the Joker. And he was like, what? And I said, I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. I apologize. Continue. He said, so I was I was living on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I sat next to the Steve Harvey Star, and I would ask people for money and things, and it was a rough life. And so I was what some would consider a crackhead. And I said, that's a terrible thing to say. I would never say something like that about people who are struggling with homelessness. I understand. Everybody has a hard time.
You tell it, Dane.
And I said, well, excuse me, I don't want to be rude, but it seems to me like all homeless people are schizophrenic and are crazy. And that's the reason why they're homeless. So why are you, as someone who is lucid and relatively normal, I mean, you're stupid, but other than that, you don't seem like a normal homie, which is what I call homeless person, homies. Whoa, Eddie, we have to take that out. Eddie, you've got to take that out, okay?
Eddie ain't doing shit.
So why are you homeless and you're normal? And he said, well, to tell you the truth,
prostitute?
Elmo. And I was like, what? And he said, Elmo, the character. And I was like, what do you mean you used to be Elmo? And he said, well, I played Elmo on the TV show, Sesame Street. And I was like, you played Elmo? And I accidentally went out of the voice. And then I was like, you played Elmo? And he said, yup. And I said, can you do the voice then? And he said, I can't do the voice because I wasn't Elmo, but he did the voice perfectly. And I was like, holy moly, mother of mama. That's pretty amazing. Can I get your autograph? And he was like, sure. So I had him sign his paper. So then I said, well, then if you were such a successful Elmo, why did you have to become homeless in Los Angeles? And he said, well, I don't know exactly how to explain this. I did something. And I was like, what do you mean you did something? He said, I did something that was not good.
Uncontrolled nasal polyp sufferers? Dupixent is an add-on treatment that invites you to go beyond. Dupixent
I'm not a nasal sufferer. I'm not a nasal sufferer. So every time I that, I burp.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get
Oh.
help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflammation,
How are you doing?
chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor if there's worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes. Parasitic infection or asthma. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to
And I said, well, like what? Like what? And he said, he started crying. And he said, I don't want to talk about it. And then all of a sudden my phone dinged. And I got an alert from Citizen. And it was an alert that said, there's a sex offender 0.0 miles away from you right now. And it was a picture of the Big Lebowski. So I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. And Big Lebowski said, I'm sorry, no, please don't leave me like everybody does. I don't know why he's Southern now. He's not Southern. I'm Southern. I'm Taylor Swift is Southern. But I'm Taylor Swift, and I'm Deanna. Taylor Swift is me.
I'm Taylor Swift.
So I went into the bathroom. I ran into the bathroom, and Big Lebowski was like, no, wait, don't leave me. Everybody else leave me. And I was like, I'm sorry, I just one second. Went in the bathroom. And I went, boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Called Officer Frank. And I said, Officer Frank. And Officer Frank's like, what do you want now? He's not Southern. What do you want now? And I said, Officer Frank, you know Big Lebowski is a sex offender? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, why didn't you tell me? And
What a
he
twist.
said, well, it wasn't relevant. And I said, yes, it is relevant. I'm alone in this man's house right now. I was alone in his car. You gotta tell me when people are sex offenders. And Officer Frank was like, Dan, I'm sorry, but this really didn't seem like it was relevant to the case. And I have a feeling that what he did may have some relevance to the case. And then he said, I'm sorry, I have been having a lot to drink, so I gotta go. And then I heard Officer Frank's wife in the background go like, are you talking to that girl again? said, honey, no, I'm not. And the phone hung up. So I was like, oh my God. Once again, now I am all on my own out here. So I exited the bathroom. And I went back out, and Big Lebowski was crying still. And so I said, all right, you have 30 seconds to convince me why I should stay in this house and not immediately grab a shotgun and blow your damn head off. And he said, it was a misunderstanding. And I was like, oh, really? What was the misunderstanding? You thought that, pretty colors. Sorry, happy affecting me. I said,
Am I getting any new abilities?
What? And Big Lebowski said, so, reason that I left Elmo was because Big Red convinced everyone at the station that I had diddled one of the child actors. And I said, but you didn't do that? And he said, no, I didn't. But Big Red told everybody that I did and told the police. And he fabricated evidence so that I would be indebted to him forever because I wouldn't be able to get a job. That's why I had to move out in the middle of the desert because there's nowhere else that I can find an apartment. Can't live in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles famously does not legally allow sex offenders to live there. Did you know that? And I said,
I didn't know
would
that.
you do something like that? And he said, because I made the mistake of trying to become his friend.
Every year, 28 million people are trafficked globally. The Your Roads, Their Freedom campaign seeks to raise awareness in the transport industry. Truck and bus drivers, be vigilant on the roads. If you see something suspicious, text 233-733 or be
of trying to become his friend. Okay, you lock the car twice, max. Not to keep honking. So I said, okay, I'm listening. Would you all mind speaking a little more into my breasts? And he said, so when I met Big Red, he was very lost in life. And he was getting a divorce from his wife. His kids never wanted to see him again. He had gotten fired from his job. And he was a nice guy, He was fun. He was fun to be around. He was my best friend, I mean, we would drink together and we would go do stuff together, and it was just so nice because back then, I don't know what happened. Maybe he hit his head real hard or something, or maybe I don't know. But it was like overnight, all of a sudden he switched and became evil. And I don't know what caused it, because all of a sudden, he started acting like a totally different person. Started being very mean to me. He started experimenting with crime. Thought that was Big Red, sorry. And And so he started experimenting, with small things first, drug dealing, but then he escalated to armed robbery. So he would mug people, he would rob banks, violence, crimes. And one day I was like, Big Red, what are you doing? You're gonna ruin your life doing this. What? I don't understand why you want to do this stuff. Why do you want to hurt people? And I'll never forget the night that he just looked at me and he said, because it's fun. And so it got to a point where I was very uncomfortable being around him. I was uncomfortable, enabling him. So I said, all right, Big Red, I've really enjoyed our friendship, but you are going off the rails. You're becoming a person I cannot endorse. I have to start over. I'm quitting Elmo, and I'm moving to Los Angeles. And I'm gonna start a new life. So I pack my bags. The very next morning, I go to the airport. TSA. Stop. Sir, excuse me. Would you mind talking to us for a second? And I was like, yeah, sure. Sure. What's going on? They put my hands behind my back, clicked the cuffs together. They said, you're under arrest. And I said, what did I do? And they read the charges. It was the most heinous possible crime that a person could ever do. And of course I denied it. Of course I said I didn't do this. I don't know what you're talking about, but everybody says that when they get arrested. So
Damn, that sucks.
eventually, I cut a deal, a plea deal. I was out in a couple years. I had nobody and nothing. I begged for money on the side of the road. Got on a Greyhound bus and came out to Los Angeles.
We'll be there soon, Tron.
Because at least it was a little warmer there when I slept on the street.
Time to refresh your home for less at the Living Spaces New Year's clearance event. Get special financing for 60 months on any purchase with your good credit and enjoy free shipping as soon as next day. Save big and start fresh only at the Living Spaces New Year's clearance event.
Living spaces.
Rachel's a marketer. She starts with what matters most. It's a business goal. Vibe builds everything around it. Audiences that match the outcome she's after. Streaming TV, 500 plus channels, precise targeting, AI optimization. Whether she uploads a finished spot or builds one with Vibe Studio, it's ready in seconds. She tracks return on ad spend and purchases.
I don't think anyone
Track,
watches it.
measure, grow. It just works.
Oh,
And then when
I don't think anyone watches this shit at night. Living spaces. Living spaces. Might have to go to sleep soon. Living spaces. Living spaces. Alright, whatever. I don't know. Nobody wants one mile of shit. Fuck